Insomniac's Wolverine has a number of problems, one of which being that the game is too violent. And that is exactly why I love it. No, leave your dislike where you dropped it. Stick to your principles. You're a one-sided, sensitive, emotionally unintelligent guppy, getting offended over an opinion I don't even have. This game has been on my radar for years. I've had my hopes and doubts about it since they dropped the initial trailer and pretty much went MIA for the last 4 years. And if you don't mind, before I jump into the trailer, let me preach. I have been waiting for another video game that could capture the visceral nature of having superpowers that one could only use to commit acts of violence on a rated R level. Since the release of Prototype 2, and since it's not looking like we're gonna get a Prototype 3, like some musty, singular do-rag wearing guppy proclaimed that we would, Big Daddy Insomniac of all companies was the one to make the call. The same peeps who made Marvel's Spider-Man, Sunset Overdrive, Ratchet and Clank. Sorry. I've just been spilling so much oil recently. I couldn't help but spit some slurbage on that rusty little cog sucker. Let's talk about the Wolverine trailer and some of the problems that this game may encounter before and after its release. Stay tuned for the end, where I go over the biggest problem. First off, when Logan let out that "take my money," immediately after that, they set the tone for the gameplay and even the world we will be fighting in by showing off the combat, the gory deaths that make Insomniac's Wolverine look like a third-person Mortal Kombat game. And I'm not gonna lie, like 90% of the people who watch breakdown videos on trailers, I had no goddamn idea who the hell this was before the trailer dropped. I didn't know who Omega Red was, and beyond his name, I still don't know. You see how easy it is to be honest?
Been fighting longer than I can remember.
That voice is fucking, dare I say, that it sounds equal to or even better than Steve Blum. And I love Steve Blum, and I hope he manages to get a role in his game. Even as Sabretooth, I feel like that would be a great contrast. And just like your auntie's chest, those strikes was heavy. Shout out to the sound designers, cause like Wolverine, to this dude he just ripped in half, y'all are killing it. Now, an alleged problem I heard some irritating voices yapping about was that Logan's face wasn't given. Respectfully, you're aware that there are more Wolverines than Hugh Jackman, yeah? He wasn't even the first. He was only the first to do it in live action. You know the comics came before the movies, right? Not after? He looks exactly how the man is supposed to look, minus the height. All of you pendejos whining, acting like you know James Howlett personally, should really reevaluate just how loud you're trying to make your voices, because you're making yourselves look like dumbasses. Yeah. Damn, this combat is satisfying. The way they show off the healing factor is looking nice, smooth, icy. But I wonder how it'll actually work in the game, because of course, the man cannot die. But what are they gonna do when his health gets too low? We don't know. Will it make sense? Probably not, but it's video game logic, so we just gotta deal with it. And may I just say, every outfit they had Logan wearing in this trailer was drippy. I would wear all of this, though maybe not the flannel. Yeah, nah, I don't want to look like I burned crosses. And that brings me to Mystique. And of course, the problem that gamers online had with her was that they're not sexually attracted to her enough. Pretty much people are mad that she ain't butt-ass naked like she is in the movies. Let me give you some trivia real quick. You know in the comics she wears clothes, right? Bright white ones. I ain't got no idea why they did that in the movies. I was too young and goonish to care back then, but if I had to guess, it was to please your free willies. Now, I'm not saying that you can't find these characters attractive. I'm just saying that not every single woman you ever see in any form of media needs to get you bricked up or make the floor beneath your feet wet. And before anybody tries to tell me that I'm being that W word that you bunch of sheep love so much, would you believe me? If actual women, real ones, the type that you've never touched consensually, had the same thing to say.
Here's what gamers are angry about this week. Another character they can't jack it to. Skill issue, to be honest. Stop being a coward. I'm kidding. But Mystique is literally, canonically gender fluid and, everything fluid. They can look like anyone, and they've opted for a great balance between comic book Mystique and literally the face of the actor who is apparently playing them in the game. But yes, it is still true that these people really get mad at fictional women looking like actual real-life women. Please, go outside.
I'm tired of acting like public gooning is okay. Are we not here to play a good video game? That should be the concern. Whether this game goes hard or not your little gummy worm. There are websites where you can go and get what you're asking for. It does not need to be here. I'm not saying that it shouldn't be here. I'm just saying that it's not something to get mad at when it's not. The amount of fully detailed explanations I always gotta give to this side of the internet just for them to remain stubborn and not hear a damn word of the points I make is ridiculous. Some people's ears are merely for decorative purposes.
'Cause I ain't no hero. I'm Wolverine.
I was a grower before watching this trailer. Now I'm a shower. If the game turns out to be as good as they make it look, then I might just have to put Sweet Baby's involvement to the side. As long as there's no mission adjacent to the Great Electric Spider in here. And there's nothing wrong with gay people. I love gay people. I wish the best for gay people. Some of my best friends is gay, I think. I just found the mission hella cringy. I found the fact that MJ did not look like the face model kinda iffy. I don't want none of that in my Wolverine game. Let's get something one of you goofy malakas said out the way. But how is a Spider-Man cameo gonna make any sense? Nigga, Spider-Man gonna need to grow some balls. When he walks in and sees several bodies that have been cut in half, he will need to accept the wicked ways of the X-Men world. Either that or get the fuck out of Madripoor. Another worry I have is a slight one, because the younger generation will find a way, but they can't really market this game towards kids because of the gruesome nature within the video game. Obviously, right? But I just hope the small decrease in potential sales isn't enough to harm Insomniac at all. Alas, the biggest problem with the Wolverine game is that they cannot afford to mess it up. Hear ye, ladies and gentlemen, hear me. The game was held back in development due to leakers hacking into the studio and releasing private information about Insomniac's employees all over the internet because they didn't want to pay a ransom while the company was held hostage. People actually understood. People also enjoyed what we saw in the leaks, but some have said that they had worked on enough of the game to at least tell us themselves what the game will be like. But Insomniac held their silence through all of this, which led to the impatient making their voices heard. Hell, at one point, I wanted to put my 2 cents in on the situation, but it was all in good faith. The reason they can't fail is because of factors even outside of their own control. The years of this game getting leaked, them having to hold the game back behind the scenes and extend development time. All of this is gonna look like they had more time than they actually did to develop something that was meant to drop sooner. I really hope that makes sense. For all the time it took to make this greatness, I just hope for our sake and theirs that it's been worth it. I just want the game to be lengthy. I don't care much for if it's open world or not. I just want it to feel like a crossbreed between God of War and Prototype. And I would really like for y'all to join me on my Patreon or membership so you can gain access to my exclusive content and Discord server. And we can all talk about it and glaze this game together. Shout out to all of you who bought a membership in Tier 2, both on YouTube and on Patreon. And yes, I'm saying it like that so I don't get blacklisted, not because I'm spicy white. Subscribe to a brother right now. Drop a like and a share. Give me all of that. Do you have any problems with the Wolverine game so far? Hot take or not? Let it be known in the comments below and I'ma be seeing you. Bye.
Baby, let me see some. Okay, too bad. Bitches going both ways. She gon' do it for these fans. She make it clap like how I do both of my hands. Fuck it up, stick it up.